Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again, Steven. I'd like to make a video. It's been about a day or so since I made a video, and I just want to get back to reality. Back to reality. Um, Anyone out there? Um, like I was talking about medication and stuff. Okay. Okay. It's one thing about going to see a doctor is always explaining yourself. You know, they always ask you questions about your history, right? Okay. You always want to fill the paper out and give them your history. The reason is because so the doctor will have a relationship with the patient, you know, feel comfortable with the patient. I know it looks like I'm picking my nose. I tend to do it quite a bit. Guys, nothing bad or nothing like that. 24/7. Pick my nose. Yeah, and she's telling all my secrets now in bed and stuff. I just like to play with my nose, that's all. Get it? Play my nose. Nano. I'm just kidding. But the main thing is, like, okay, my experience, see, I mean, remember how I told you guys I always had, okay, back in 1995, what a year to tell you this, that's when I was married. It's 1995, but got married, but then, you know, I went through a divorce with my first wife, only wife I ever had. Okay, anyway, to get to the point, starting to sound like I'm blaming her because of my dizzy spells. Maybe so. Anyway, I get these dizzy spells. I thought it was Knott's Berry Farm. It felt like a ride. I swear to God it did. I was telling Donna, because she go with us all the time to Knott's Berry Farm. I pay her way into Knott's Berry Farm. She go with us, bring her kids, cut up kids. You know. But Daniel, Dakota, too. And anyway, she gave me one of her Xanaxes. And she says, Steven, are you still feeling dizzy and stuff? And I said, no, I feel pretty good. And she goes, yeah, I gave you kind of a strong dose, Steven. And I says, that little thing's a blue one, you know? It's a blue pill, a pretty low pill. And she goes, well, it's for anxiety, Steven. I have anxiety. I said, what do you mean anxiety? What's that have to do with it? Because back then I didn't know a lot about medical and panic attacks. Right, guys? Thinking it never happened to me. Well, it happened, you know, it did happen to me because I do have panic attacks. Okay? Because I'm one of those patients today. I'm not saying I'm a crazy, psychotic person to where, how to explain myself? Where I go out and try to kill somebody off like the mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a crazy Italian person, you know what I'm saying? Like, go off like Christopher does, you know? I have my moments, you know. Sometimes I do have my moments when I stand in line too long and I get a little edgy, you know what I'm saying? And pushy, you know? But everybody does. Speaking of that, that's Cindy. When she gets pissed off, stand in line too long, or wait in line too long, she'll get pushy. You know, she'll go, screw this, let's go. She'll like taking something. I started laughing because of the thing about that. But anyway, I found out, okay, I had a little bit of high blood pressure, so the doctor kept saying, well, your dizziness is done by your blood pressure. And I said, I don't think so, doc. I think it's something to do with anxiety. So they did more tests on me. They gave me a Prozac shit, right? I took that for many months, okay? And then I read more details on it, like I told you guys in the past, okay? And recently on TV, Zoloft is very, very, very dangerous. It makes you do, I don't know, crazy stuff, okay? Like you wouldn't do normally. Let's say a drunkard. Let's say you're drinking, right? Okay, alcohol. And you go and do something, let's say, you normally wouldn't do if you're sober, right, guys? Well, the same thing with Zoloft. Except Zoloft affects the serotonin levels in the brain, chemicals in the brain that make you feel good. That is what makes you feel good, along with dopamine. Dopamine is your pleasure principle, is your pleasure control chemical. to be nice about it. Okay. Then you got your anxiolytics, your benzodiazepines, which I talk about a lot, which I took. You know, because Donna gave me one. It helped me out. She gave me a Vicodin before too, but that was a long time ago. But it helped me so much that she told me, she said, screw that Zoloft that you take and just take this. And so I did, and I told my doctor about it. I didn't tell her, well, I didn't tell him where I got the drug, okay? That I got the drug off Donna. You know, that she gave it to me because she's from South Carolina. And she was a very nice gal. She lived with me and my other half, my wife, ex-wife, excuse me. Okay, for many months. And that pill helped me so much, she started giving me some. Okay, she started giving me like 20 or 30 of them. Okay, without a doctor and everything. So I started taking them. She says, here, Stephen, just take this once a day. It's not really supposed to take a pill, but she wanted to experiment on me. It worked. Okay, those pills really did miracles. My doctor says I can see your anxiety's gone away. And I guess the Zoloft is actually helping you after all. After the 6 weeks was up, I laughed at him. I told the doctor, I said, guess what, doctor? I got a surprise for you. He goes, what's the surprise now? I said, I quit Zoloft. He goes, why are you doing that? Why are you saying that? He goes, you're not nervous. I don't see you nervous anymore. I don't see you acting weird anymore. Not really weird, but you know what I'm talking about. Anxiety, anxious. And I go, well, I'm on a blue pill now. He goes, well, where are you getting this from? I said, well, I'm not getting it from a doctor. I'm getting it from a friend. She gave it to me. Some girl. He goes, well, fess up now. Tell me the truth. Who is she? I said, a friend. A very close friend of my family. And he goes, gosh dang, what's she doing, playing doctor with you? I said, kind of. But he says, well, whatever it is, I want to know what it is. And I said, well, it's a pill called Xanax. He goes, well, heck, I can give you that. All you do is ask. He says, I can see it's helping you. He says, well, why didn't you ask me for this a long time ago? I said, because normally people don't give pills out. You give me pills and then you give me pills. You know what I'm saying? He goes, well, I can see a big difference in you, Stephen. And I said, yeah, I'm calmer. I feel better. He goes, well, hell, I'm going to write you a prescription for some. He says, here, 3 times a day, though. And I go, wow. He says, yeah, this is going to be a lot more than what she gave it to you. And he goes, well, by the way, didn't it shorten her pills? I say, kind of. But she don't take them all the time. She wasn't addicted to them. He goes, well, that's good. He says, but I want you to be fixed and everything. I want you to be like you are now. I said, well, the only way I'm going to be like that is if I take this pill. And he goes, do you feel dizzy at all? And I go, no. He goes, okay, I'm going to give it to you 3 times a day. I want you to get this filled. I said, is it expensive? He goes, well, the name brand is, but I'm going to give you generic. He says, it's not very expensive. He said, your insurance company will probably pay for it. So don't worry about it. And I said, okay, thank you. He said, no problem. He said, but it is controlled substance. He said, normally it's illegal to give this, for her to give this to you. But she actually knows what she's talking about. And I said, well, and he asked me if she's a nurse. And I said, no, she's not no nurse. She's an ordinary person. But she knows a panic attack when she sees one. And he goes, you know what, Stephen? Off the record, he says, actually, people that engage in panic attacks know you better than I know you. That's all I am. I'm a doctor. He says, I see patients day in and day out. I just give them whatever I feel like giving them, because we try to keep people away from drugs like that. Anxiolytics. Okay, it's a friendlier term to use than Valiums, saying Xanax, benzodiazepines. Because not all benzodiazepines are bad. They're actually good. Okay, as long as it helps the patient. You see, that's the bottom line, guys. What works for me is what works for me. Well, it may not work for you. It worked for me and Donna. Okay? Donna got me started on the stuff. Ever since then, I fell in love with it. It worked miracles. I was only taking it once a day, and it was really working good. And then I got into 3 times a day because the doctor put me on it. After that, no problem at all. Because he says, really, if the Zoloft ain't working, why even waste my time giving you Zoloft or Prozac? Serotonin reuptake. You know? I mean, I told him, I says, what's the difference between the serotonin reuptake? He said, well, the benzo helps you, relax and not be so anxious. There's many disorders, he says. Social anxiety, explosive disorder, nervousness, shakiness, panic, agoraphobia, fear of open spaces and places, whatever. So he went ahead and started giving me every single month. Then he started giving me refills. I started getting 3 refills at a time. He said, you should have just been honest with me, he says. Been honest with me, it would have been a lot better. He said, you didn't have to suffer so long, he said. So I wouldn't have got mad at you if you just told me the truth like you just did. He says, I'm happy you told me the truth. Most doctors will fly out of their tree if I told them that, this person gave me this. They call it street. Today in society, they call it street drugs. Because that's considered illicit now. If I went out and chopped my mouth off and told the doctor, yeah, I heard it from a friend who, there's a song out there called that. Okay, this girl gave it to me because it makes me feel good. Dr. Feel Good, right? I mean, I got to take what makes me feel right, not what I think the doctor makes me think I feel right. It's my body, right, guys? You only have one temple, and that's yourself, and that's me. Everybody has their own temple. I'm talking about this temple. I'm talking about the body shell itself. Okay. Now, ever since that day, yes, I did try to get off the drug later on down the line because I say it's for short-term relief of anxiety. But I realized you can't just do it. Okay. Now, when I went to NA meetings for a joke, just for the list to listen to it, my mom was alcoholic. She drank. Okay. They tell me I was wrong. I was doing something wrong. I asked them, what am I doing wrong? They said, you're taking Xanax. Valium, like Xanax, Valium and Xanax. Same damn thing. They said, you are an addict. You don't even realize it. You need to stop. You're powerless over your addiction. Okay, just for today, Stephen. You're going to start today. Just for today. And I said, okay, I'll shut up and listen. Because what they say in class is sit down, shut up, and listen. That's what you do in class. Okay, meetings I'm talking about. So I sat down, I shut up, and I listened. There was those other guys in their stories that raised your hair about methamphetamines. A lot worse drugs than this is pity-ass drugs that I'm taking compared to what they're taking. They hit rock bottom. They lost their house. They lost their wife. They lost everything they owned. They lost their cars. These guys, I'm talking about guys that have jobs in NASA. Okay? People that have jobs with biker clubs. I know bikers. Big time bikers. People that are bikers. Okay? People that run the stuff. People that actually engage to make the stuff. Methamphetamines. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not a snitch. Okay, I'm not no snitch. I'm not gonna be a snitch either. I believe I'm gonna take care of me. I don't care. Their recovery is their recovery, right, guys? It's supposed to be their recovery. The court sent them there. The court didn't send me there. I sent myself there for my mom's because she was drinking, and I wanted to go through a help because I was going through a marriage thing where I lost my wife. It wasn't over drugs. Okay, guys. Number one, let's make myself clear. I didn't lose my wife over drugs. Okay, it wasn't over drugs. It was over another love. Okay, it wasn't because I was bad and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Cook and perform, whatever. It was nothing to do with that. Okay, nothing like that at all. I'm just telling you up front, guys. Okay, because I'm very, very intelligent, very smart. It's who you want to make yourself. You make your own reality. Okay, now, I mean, there is times people can overdo it. Okay, that's different. If you take it, if you need it, that's different. I have high cholesterol. I gotta get another check on that. You know. But anyway, I'm gonna have to end this video. It's gonna end any second now. So I'm gonna say I love every person on Facebook again. Here we go for the record. I do love Cindy, and nothing will change that. Ciao, ciao for now. See you later. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again, Steven. I'd like to make a video. It's been about a day or so since I made a video, and I just want to get back to reality. Anyone out there? Like I was talking about medication and stuff. Okay. It's one thing about going to see a doctor is always explaining yourself. You know, they always ask you questions about your history, right? Okay. You always want to fill a paper out and give them your history. The reason is because so the doctor will have a relationship with the patient. You know, feel comfortable with the patient. I know it looks like I'm picking my nose. Anyway, to get to the point, starting to sound like I'm blaming her because of my dizzy spells. Maybe so. Anyway, I get these dizzy spells. I thought it was Knott's Berry Farm. It felt like a ride. I swear to God it did. I was telling Donna, because she go with us all the time to Knott's Berry Farm. I pay her way into Knott's Berry Farm. She go with us, bring her. In my experience, see, I mean, remember how I told you guys I always had, okay, back in 1995, what a year to tell you this, that's when I was married. It's 1995, but got married. But then, you know, I went through a divorce with my first wife. Only wife I ever had. Okay. I tend to do that quite a bit. Guys, nothing bad or nothing like that. 24/7. Pick my nose. Yeah, and she's telling all my secrets now in bed and stuff. I just like to play with my nose, that's all. Get it? Play my nose. Nano. I'm just kidding. But the main thing is, like, okay.